Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Iduma and I make content around health, fitness and all-round wellness. And in today's video, I'll be talking about weight loss mistakes that people do make. Most of the mistakes I'll be targeting today are mistakes that I've made or have seen other people make them. Mostly I've made those mistakes. And I was able to lose 24 kilos. I lost that 24 kilos doing most of these mistakes. I really want to help you guys not make all these mistakes. The first mistake that people do make while trying to lose weight is going from 0 to 100. Most people just go from not being active to now being super active, not eating healthy to now eating healthy all of a sudden. Like they just do it like in a day, like a day switch. When I did start my weight loss journey, I went from that girl that wasn't active. I didn't do any sport. I wasn't doing anything. I just slept and woke up, and that was what I was doing. I went from being that girl to now exercising like 2 hours in a day, 7 times a week. When people do that, they now see being fit or being healthy overwhelming. That's because they started it in an overwhelming way. You shook your body by just going from not doing anything at all to now jumping around. So I would advise that you take it really slow, go from not being active to taking walks, and from taking walks maybe doing light cardio, from doing light cardio to probably maybe doing strength training. Take it easy. Don't just go from not doing to just doing so much. And even when it comes to eating healthy too, don't just go from having soda to now eating only or go with maybe one piece of moi moi. Don't just do that. Slow and steady. Take out the sodas. If you're somebody addicted to soda, take it out slowly. And by the time you take it out slowly, your body notices that there's a presence of sugar, but maybe not a lot. So you're not having all those cravings that you would have when you just switch it up and not just have it at all. Next mistake people do make is copying other people's diets. And what people need to understand that what works for person number A will never work for person number B. And even if it works for person number B, it's by pure coincidence that it worked for person number B. And this is very important for people to know, because people go up on social media and they watch a lot of what I eat in a day video. There's nothing wrong with watching those videos, but don't go now copy what they eat, the macro intake, because most of these people you might watch might be lifting weight or building muscle, and they're showing you what they eat. They might be eating a lot for you. Now, personally, me, I'm a 5'2" female, and what I eat to maintain my weight is around 1,700 to 1,500, around that in between size. And to lose weight, I go not lower than 1,200 calories. A 5'9" female cannot come now and copy my macros, because the person needs more food, because the person is built more. So when you do go up on social media, it's good that you take up maybe a meal idea, but don't go copying their entire diet. Don't just now say, I want to start eating like Sarah Day, and you just go up and eat a paleo diet, because you might try a paleo diet and it won't work for you, and a paleo diet will work for Sarah Day, but it will never work for you. That's because your body doesn't need paleo. So you should be able to not copy people's diet, take some ideas from what they do, watch what they do, and just apply it in a way that suits you and not in a way that suits them. Meet a doctor or a nutritionist to walk around your calorie intake and try different diets too to know what suits you. Don't copy other people's diets. Another weight loss mistake that people do make is not taking rest. And rest is very important to losing weight. And most people think they burn more fat while doing the exercises. But studies have also shown that you burn more fat while resting. Rest is very important. I remember when I did start, I would work out like 7 times in a day, Monday to Sunday straight. I would work out, and I was exhausted from doing that. My entire bones were aching me, but I kept on doing that, and I wasn't losing the weight. I was eating healthy, I was exercising, but I wasn't losing the weight. And I was doing this 3 months straight, and I wasn't seeing any progress whatsoever. But when I just said, okay, let me just take a breather, like let me just not do anything, and I went for NYC camp, and I wasn't doing any exercise, and I was just doing light things in camp, I found out that I was losing so much weight than when I was jumping around and trying to kill myself. And even now that I've finished camp, I just do 5 days of exercise and I rest for 2 days, and it works for me. My body tends to rest more. I have more energy to do what I want to do on a regular day, and I also have more energy to do my workouts too. So do take enough rest, because the afterburn effect happens after your exercise. That is why it's called the afterburn. It's after the burn, after the exercise. Another mistake that people do make is comparing themselves to other people. When people see people in their journeys, they forget that they are halfway in their journey or beginning in their journey, and they begin to compare their chapter 1 to somebody's chapter 10. Especially now in the age of social media, it's very easy to fall into that phase of comparing yourself. Now, you would go on social media and you see Whitney Simmons killing it in the gym, and you're just there, you're just like, why can't I just be like Whitney Simmons? And you forget that it really took Whitney Simmons years to be where she is. You go now, you see Sarah Day doing all these cool Pilates moves, and you forget that it took Sarah Day a long time to get to where she is now. She didn't just all of a sudden start. It took her work to get to where she is. And if you work as hard as they would, you would actually get to where they are. So it's not about comparing yourself to where they are. It's understanding where you are as an individual and appreciating where you are and saying, I see where you are and I want to be where you are, but I'm not going to sit around and say, I want to be you. I'm going to want to be myself, but I want to be the best version of myself, and I'm going to take out little things from your life and apply it to my life. I'm going to take the kombucha you drink and apply it to my own life and drink some kombucha. And that is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to wish I were you. I'm just going to be a better version of myself. So another weight loss mistake that people do make too is not warming up and stretching. And it took me 6 months to understand how important warming up and stretching is. This is a problem for people that start off exercising. And when you start off exercising, you really don't stretch, you really don't warm up, and you're like sore the next day or the next week. Like you can't stand up, you can't sit down, and that's because you didn't warm up and you didn't stretch. And when I started warming up and stretching, I noticed the difference. You don't feel as sore as before. You just feel more energized, and it's really important that you warm up and stretch because it actually helps you avoid situations of injuries. And if you're looking to get maybe warm-up ideas or you don't know how to warm up, do watch my video on how to get ready for summer. I'll leave the link down below. I did show some warm-up routines that you could do to just help you avoid injuries, avoid muscle soreness, and just overall have energy to do your exercise and not say aye. Next weight loss mistake people do make is expecting a reward from other people. And what do I mean by this is expecting a compliment or expecting people to love you more or like you more or be friends with you more because you're now skinny. It doesn't work, because I did also fall into this category. Expecting people to just say you look good, or expecting people to now like you better because you're now skinny, or expecting for a boy to notice you just because you're skinny. If you keep expecting those rewards from people, you actually would get disappointed when they don't give you the feedback that you're expecting from them. It took me a while to understand this because I did start off my journey wanting, a revenge on like my village people, because you watch Khloe Kardashian's revenge body and you're like, I definitely want to get revenge on all those people back there. Like people need to see me and they need to know that I got this and I look amazing, and you want people to just look at you and just like drop dead, open their mouth and be like, you look bomb. And when you then work your hardest and you get to a face or a body physique that you feel bomb as fuck for, and you're like come out and you like show these people and they're still telling you, why are you still fat? It's actually so depressing. And they didn't go through your journey with you. They didn't see how hard you worked. So they're not able to appreciate the amount of work you put into yourself. They're not able to see the work you put in and just be like, girl, you look good. And you put in a lot of work. And it's only you that have gone through the journey with yourself that will know that. So once in a while, clap for yourself. Once in a while, just stand in the mirror and just be like, girl, just do that for yourself. Clap for yourself once in a while. Reward yourself, and don't expect people to reward you with compliments or reward you with I like you. Don't do that to yourself. Reward yourself and be confident in yourself. Another weight loss mistake that people make is using the scale as a determinant for their progress. And I did fall into this category. It's not bad for you to use the scale as a measurement for your progress, but it becomes bad if you use the scale as the only measurement for your progress. The thing about the scale is that different things that factor in when you climb the scale. If you're a female, your weight will keep fluctuating, because when you're on your period now, you're a lot heavier, so on the scale you're going to go up like 3 to 5 kilos if possible up on the scale if you're a female. If you've had a lot of salt the day before, your measurement on the scale is going to go up. If you've had a lot of sugars too, your scale is going to go up. If you have large bones, your measurement on the scale is going to go up. So there are a lot of factors determining the scale going up. So it's not ideal for you to use the scale. Days ago, I did a juice cleanse, and on the scale, I didn't lose any weight, like at all. And people on the WhatsApp group lost a lot of weight, like on the scale, and they're really celebrating their progress. And I just felt as if I was left alone on the cleanse, like I didn't lose any weight. But I was just like, okay, I've been on this journey long enough to know that the scale doesn't really tell me everything I need to know. So I just got the tape and I measured myself, and I was shook because I had lost 2 inches off my waist. But the scale wasn't telling me I had lost 2 inches off my waist, but my waist was telling me I had lost 2 inches off my waist. So use different things to measure your progress. Take selfies. Like, guys, if you know what is good for you, take selfies, because when you look back at your selfies, you actually do get motivated to want to lose the weight, and you actually begin to see progress from past pictures. There's sometimes I tell myself or my friends, oh, I'm not losing the weight. But when I do like go up in the mirror and I look at myself, I have actually made significant progress. And the old photos tell me that, the mirror tells me that, the measurement of myself with the tape tells me that. And also to not just that, to the way you feel. If you're able to do more exercise or able to do more, that is progress, and you should be able to celebrate those things regardless of what the scale says. I'm talking to myself right now because I'm making the mistake, but now that I know I'm making the mistake, I'm now conscious of it, and I've been overeating on the healthy food. And the thing about overeating on the healthy food is, whether it's healthy or unhealthy, you're still overeating. Your organs for digestion are really not having a hard time digesting the food. So whether it's healthy food or healthy food, overeating is overeating, and it's not still good for you, because cashew nuts are healthy for you. They are better than the processed Pringles. But if you overeat those things, you're still going to gain weight. So however you see it, overeating is overeating. So don't just do that. If you're having excess amount of it, you're still going to gain weight. Another weight loss mistake that people make is starving themselves, and a lot of beginners do this. I don't know if it's especially here in Nigeria, because of how tricky the Nigerian foods are. People that want to lose weight or want to like be healthy think that is all about eliminating all the food groups. Like when Nigerians want to lose weight, they stop eating carbohydrates, they don't eat healthy fats, they don't eat proteins again, and sometimes they now overeat only on proteins, and they forget that if you overeat on your proteins, they will still be broken down as glucose, and you still gain weight by just overeating the proteins. If you start starving yourself, your body is going to hold on to those food, because your body then goes into starvation mode, because your body doesn't know the next time it's going to have food, so it's going to hold in those food and store it as fat, so you're not going to lose weight. So eat your food. Don't starve yourself, because at the end of the day, you shouldn't see food as a bad thing. You should see food as a fuel and as a weapon. And a weapon to what? To energize your body, to nourish your body, to do what is expected to do. And what your body is expected to do is to thrive, is to live, is to be healthy. So don't see food as the enemy and you now start eating it little. Eat to when you're satisfied. When you feel full, stop eating. When you're hungry, eat. Even when people now say, oh, intermittently fast, even while intermittently fasting and you feel hungry while you're fast, eat and enjoy food and nourish your body with food, because at the end of the day, food is what gives you energy to do what you're doing. Food is what gives you energy to fulfill the purpose to which you're supposed to. Next weight loss mistake is not pushing beyond your weight loss gap. You know, when you start losing weight, you decide to want to lose weight, you're excited about it, like you go all out, you buy the gym equipment, you buy everything, like anything you see, you get your oatmeal, you get all these things, like you're excited to start the journey. And you start the journey, and like 3 months into it, you're getting bored of it and you're getting tired. Now that is the gap between excited and reaching your goals. Like this is where your goal is, and this is where your excitement point, and you're in between. That is where most people are. It's a bad place to be, because that is when you feel like giving up and going back to where you were. Where you were is the unhealthy you, is the you that doesn't eat well, that doesn't exercise, that doesn't move. The person you could be by just simply moving forward is a strong version of you, a healthy version of you, and you are at that middle point of giving up or pushing through. And it's very important that if you're in that middle place, to really push, because the truth about it is you're just one step closer to achieving your goal, and going back doesn't do you any good. If you quit on your journey, you're just going back to being fat, and fat is where you didn't want to be, and fat is who you don't want to be. So it's just better you close your eyes and just push through that middle funk. And one of the ways of pushing through it is understanding that you're not going to be motivated. Like, motivation is garbage, because sometimes you wake up and you don't just feel like doing anything. Like, all you feel like doing is sleeping. And people don't tell you this. That's because every day you're not going to be motivated. But what keeps you to move beyond that weight loss gap is being captivated by your goals. Setting small goals, like little goals, and telling yourself you're really going to achieve it. One of the goals for me is, regardless of what I eat in a day, I must have one healthy meal a day, because I just feel in at least every day I should put something nourishing into my body. Even if I'm to have garbage, ice cream, something, I should be able to, in a day, put something healthy in my body. And that keeps me captivated. That keeps me going. Make little goals for yourself. Maybe every single day you might take 1,000 steps. You might be watching this and be like, oh, just 1,000 steps. But for some people, 1,000 steps is enough. And it's a lot too. And it's enough for them. So just set little goals for yourself that you must do every single day. And you find out that doing those small goals that you've set out to yourself that you must do, find out that you're actually going beyond your weight loss gap, and you're losing the weight, and you're being the best version of yourself and the strongest version of yourself. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you did like the video, give it a thumbs up, and do subscribe and click the bell notification button if you haven't, so that you could get notified whenever I post videos, because I post videos on health, fitness, and all-around wellness to just help you be better, stronger, but most especially your authentic, truest self. So thank you so much for watching, and I post videos every Tuesday, so I'll see you next week Tuesday. Bye guys.